Hello and welcome to IBM K-Ball's Trade Deadline Analyzer Commentary Halloween Special 2024. Looking back at all the trades completed, we start with one of the most controversial ones of the year. I'm going to go ahead and issue the following grades. A+ to Caitlin Clark 69ers, Kyle DiMarino, and I'm giving myself a D. Only really because Travis Kelce looks to be coming into his zone right now. I was able to move Isaiah Pacheco. Doesn't look like he's going to play again. In all fairness, if Isaiah Pacheco played and he performed like he did the first 2 weeks, this would be a lot more split pretty even than people are giving it credit for. I know everybody likes Barkley. We're all Eagles fans. I understand. A+ to Kyle. I'll take the D. Clearly lost the first trade of the year. Up next, Triple Cup of Lean and Hawk Tuas. A-, B+, pretty even here. At the time, Davante Adams was having a couple of good weeks. John really needed a running back. I think when you consider kind of what I did with Davante Adams later on, it probably adds a little bit more value to it. So if you're counting that, I'll give myself an A- and John an B+. But James Conner has been a top 15 running back. So a pretty fair trade at the end of the day. Next one we got Njoku Valiadui Pickle Party. I thought this one, honestly, was a lot more lopsided. Josh Jacobs is much better than Mike Evans, and I mean, Mike Evans is doing well up to this point, and the injury, I know Nick flipped him, and that's kind of where this gets into the weeds a bit, but Josh Jacobs straight up is a much better fantasy player than Mike Evans is. Which brings us to our next trade, and I don't understand like why Keith just didn't go A.J. Brown for Josh Jacobs and a piece. Like, I think there could have been something there, but this is what we got. A.J. Brown, Jordan Addison for Mike Evans, Ramondre Stevenson. I really don't want to add insult to injury, but obviously a shame that Mike Evans is hurt. Ramondre Stevenson is awful. I don't care what happened last week. The Patriots are still AIDS, and A.J. Brown's one of the best players in fantasy football. So A+ for Nick for swindling that one. Jordan Addison seriously sucks. It doesn't matter. Looking at the following trade, and we'll skip past it. A+ C is what we're going to go with.
Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
All right, Caitlin Clark 69ers. Oh, this was a good deal. Okay, I straight B, honestly, for both teams. It kind of addressed some needs. I think Najee Harris is probably like the best player in this deal, but like to pick up Xavier Worthy, get some upside. Zay Flowers is definitely a better receiver, but he also brings back Ferguson. So I really like trades like this. It's wholesome. No need to really, it's wholesome. Let's just leave it at that. All right, next one we got here. This one went under the radar. I'm giving 2 B's out as well. T. Higgins, clearly the better player. I mean, Jacoby Myers, Keon Coleman, Isaiah Pacheco, Mark Andrews. Those first 3 guys you see on the screen there, I picked up off waivers. And then Isaiah Pacheco, if he plays again, I probably wouldn't even really start him with my running back situation. So it's really more upside to Luigi. If he comes back and he produces, then Luigi's going to be one of the best teams. And honestly a favorite for the championship. I get another receiver in T. Higgins who can be a top 10, 15 guy any given week when he's healthy. And last but not least, got it in 10:54, literally an hour and change before the deadline yesterday. A- goes to the Gadden Snakes. B+ goes to Nick. I really think that this kind of reversed the Jahmyr Gibbs thing. Like Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, both are going to be RB1-2 range, to the end of the season. And I think Jack kind of needed to get a little bit more consistency there. Jonathan Taylor always fucking hurt, it seems. So honestly, slight edge to Jack Duffy here. I think this bodes well for his team. Nico Collins coming back, he's going to be elite. The ex-commish is still a force to be reckoned with. Vlad McConkey, best player I ever seen. And that will do it for the trade deadline.